everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Crafting with Bee, and if you're new here, welcome. So glad to have you. And if you are returning, thank you so much for returning. So we are actually working on a gathering of dragons and draglings by Randall Spangler today. I just recently kitted this up. I did finish Bluebird Song. I will try to do a completion video on it very soon, along with some others that I have missed doing the completion videos on, just because they've been such large paintings. Anyway, I did decide I'll let y'all kind of vote on which Randall Spangler I would be working on next, and this is the one that won. Afternoon Tea was close behind this one, so it may be the next round drill I do. But after this one, I'll probably pick one of my square drills to do and then just alternate them. So I think I will do that next time. But anyway, got this all set up. I've got it covered with release papers. Of course, the only decorative release papers, I've got some that I've made, but then I have these Grinch ones, and these Grinch ones are the only ones that are a standard size that I have, so that's what I use to cover this. I know it's not Christmas, but we can all use the Grinch Christmas papers. Are really cute. We can use those year round, right? Okay, so I've got each of these numbered, as in what number I'm actually working on. I've already completed one square, which was 47. Now, I don't know why I did 47, because I actually drew 49. But anyway, I took off the 47 cover paper, started working on it, and I was halfway through it before I discovered that, hey, you did not draw 47, you drew 49. So I had to put the 49 back into my draw container right here. So if I draw 47, it's already been done, and I'll have to take that one out at that point. But this time I drew 34, which is this one. We get to work on this cute little dragling here. I just started working on him. He is just absolutely adorable, and I think I'm really going to enjoy working on this canvas. I think it's going to go by pretty quickly because it, like all Randall Spangler paintings, it does have a lot of color blocking. But there are a few spots of confetti, not a whole lot, but some. So I think that this one will go by pretty quickly. I decided today that I was going to come home today and record this whip and chat, coffee chat and whip, morning coffee, whatever I'm going to name this. I know I've switched it up so many times. But anyway, today is March 13th. It is about noon. Anyway, I just dropped Joshua off at work. I'll go back to pick him up once he gets off work. He was supposed to work a little bit of a longer shift today, so I didn't want to stay up there and wait. I was excited to start working on this one some more. I did start working on one of my Hobby Lobby ones. And this one, I'm going to do a video start to finish on it. It's sort of like a hyperlapse of the whole thing, but this is what I've gotten done with this one so far. This cute little bear, I can't wait to finish that, which I'll probably finish that this weekend. Trying to think, what else? Yeah, it's been a pretty busy week, and I wanted to let y'all know, and I'll let y'all know this in the live tomorrow. This probably won't be posted till next week, and I'm sure I'll still be behind on videos by then. I'm going to try to edit and post a video today, and then I will be almost halfway done with the videos I've got recorded, so I'm about 2 weeks behind on posting my videos. While I was camping, I just didn't post anything. I don't know why. I think I posted one video, and that was thanking y'all for the beautiful birthday card that y'all made me, and I love that. I've got it downloaded and saved. So, yeah, it was just, I just didn't get a whole lot of videos posted. I recorded some stuff, but I just didn't get the stuff posted. So, I'm running about 2 weeks behind. Today, I plan on posting my video for friend mail from Miss Bell. So y'all will see that video before you see this one. And I've got another whip and chat that I have recorded to post before this one. I've got my hiking trail one. I've got another unboxing. I just got all kinds of stuff. Sometimes I think it would be better if I just did all my videos live and then I wouldn't have any editing to do. But around my house, it just does not work that way. It does not work that I would have the time to do that, especially since there's rarely a time that I'm here by myself. And I'm not going to be able to go out in the camper and record these videos. For one thing, at times right now, it's still really cold out there. And then another thing is the city doesn't like for you to do stuff like that. So, whenever we're not camping, we pretty much keep the slag closed and all that on the camper. But anyway, I've got, just letting y'all know, I am behind on videos and I will get caught up. I will get some more recorded. I'll get my completions recorded. It has just been a long few weeks. Last week, all of the kids were sick whenever I got home from camping. This week, Aiden has been sick. So, he was here with me yesterday and the day before. No, he wasn't here the day before, but I did have the other kids after school the day before. But Wednesdays are always a pretty busy day for me. We actually went to Russellville. I was going to stop by Hobby Lobby, but I didn't. We got sidetracked and it just did not happen. But that's okay. No big deal. Anyway, we had to go to Russellville to get Josh's truck's oil changed. And then came home and just got busy doing stuff. And I've got to go and do some more laundry here in a few minutes. Really don't want to do that, but I guess I better so that I'll actually have clothes to wear to work this weekend. Let me make sure that that was not a call from my son. I'm actually recording on my phone. Okay, it wasn't. I'm actually recording on my phone. And being my luck, he will call right when since I've started doing that, that's when he will call me. Let me know, hey, I'm off work, even though he shouldn't be off for another 3 hours. It would be just my luck that I would drive all the way back home and then he would immediately call me and tell me, hey, I'm off work. That happens all the time. If I remember at this point, right now you're not seeing it because she's not in here for some reason, but Stardust has been trying to play the game, how close can I get to the area that you're working on the diamond painting without actually getting stuck to it? It seems like every time I start diamond painting lately, she's right there as close as she can be. She's like, I want to visit. Or like whenever I was working on the bear, she was right up against me. And whenever I was placing drills, it was like she put her head directly where it was like I had to tap her head a little bit to put the drill down. So it's like, hey, you're gonna pet me whether you want to or not. So, okay, should I move this one over a little bit? I think I'm just going, yeah, I think I'm going to move this one over a little bit. Whenever I have these like this, and sometimes it is just almost a full row of drills that I can actually put down. If I scoot it over just a hair, I can actually work on that last row right there. I will do that. I will move it over just slightly so that I can get that whole row of drills instead of leaving one uncovered, mainly because I have a cat. If I didn't have a cat, it would not be such a big deal to leave that uncovered a little bit. I don't think I would get a bunch of stuff on there. With that being said, with this canvas, I did put masking tape all the way around the canvas edges. So hopefully that will help me out a little bit. So hopefully that'll work. Okay, let's see. Did I get all of those? So my daughter got a little bit of bad news this week, and I'm not going to go into it, but if I could just ask that y'all pray a little bit for her. She's going through a rough time right now, so that is all I'm going to say. This is my oldest one. So, but I'm not going to go into any more detail on it than that. But anyway, let's see. Let's go ahead and get the 310 done in this. I normally start out with the 310, but I didn't on this one. have no clue why I didn't, but I didn't. So we're going to go ahead and finish the 310, and I'm going to try to think of something else to talk about. What else has been going on? I'm actually here at the house by myself this morning. I'm probably going to walk on the treadmill this afternoon. I'm going to go and get the stuff to make chili for dinner tonight. I have the hamburger meat. I just don't have all the other stuff. And Josh doesn't like chili once it starts getting warm and stuff outside, and it's still a little bit chilly out right now. So we're going to have chili tonight for dinner. I love chili anytime, and if it was just me, instead of me making a batch of chili, I'd probably just go to Wendy's and get me a small chili, because that's all that I can actually have is one of the small ones. But if I make a pot of chili, then I can make enough for work this weekend, and I can have chili a couple days at work this weekend. And now with my diet, I can have some crackers, not a whole lot, so I can actually put some crackers in my chili. And some cheese and maybe a little bit of sour cream. Make a healthy chili not so healthy, but that's okay. What else? Yeah, I actually thought about staying up there today and then just doing a live. But I would have been in my car, and I don't know what I was going to work on while I was there. If I did the bear, I'd do the recording on that mainly in hyperspeed so it doesn't take up so much room on my phone. So, not sure how well it would have worked if I worked on the bear, because all of that is going in a start to finish video, I guess. That I could have took one of my coloring books or my sticker books or maybe even the minis that I'm working on and worked on those instead. But it's okay. Joshua always wants to go somewhere to get something to eat before he goes into work. So that's normally our ritual that we do whenever I take him into work, is I'll go somewhere and he'll make an order and we'll go by there and pick it up. Well, today he wanted Sonic, and they've actually got the $6 Smasher meal, which I will not get that just for my lunch. I will make that like my lunch and breakfast. So this morning I'd had coffee for my breakfast, and then I put that meal down as my lunch. I can't even eat that full burger, but if I get one of the smaller burgers, it ends up costing me more. So I get that $6 meal, and I can have 10 of the tater tots that come in it. And then I can actually have the whole burger, but it takes up so much of my calories for the day. So normally I will just eat half of the burger and then 10 of the tots, and then I get me an unsweet tea with Splenda. And that was my lunch and breakfast for this morning. Now, I try to only do that like once a week because I don't want to sabotage all the progress that I have made during this time. But I don't think that that is sabotaging it too bad if I only eat half of the burger, which I do account in the app for that, so it does only count half of the burger. And then once I walk this afternoon, I'll get on the treadmill for about an hour or so. And Granny, I depend on your videos to be the ones that I watch while I'm walking on the treadmill, because they're always around an hour. So I can kind of time my hour off of that and watch a full video. So the longer that you have your videos, the longer I will be walking on the treadmill. But I've been really proud of myself lately, because yesterday, no, it was the day before yesterday. Yesterday I didn't walk on the treadmill. The day before yesterday, I walked on the treadmill all through Granny's live. That's why I didn't do a whole lot of chatting. It's a little hard to chat by typing on your phone while you're walking on the treadmill, but I was doing it a little bit, but I walked the whole live and I managed to get over 2.5 miles. So I was very happy with that, and I'm proud that I'm actually able to do that, because I know 4 months ago I would not have been able to do that. I would have been dying by the time that that happened. I just would not have been able to walk that whole 2.5 miles. So I'm very happy with that. See, is there any more 310s? Not that I see. So let's go ahead and do a different color. Maybe we'll do the blue slash marks right here. This one. It's like a really light blue. I can already tell just by the 2 squares that I've started on this that I am really going to enjoy this painting. I think that this painting is going to be so much fun to work on. If you hear a light snore in the background, Bullet is sitting behind me in the chair, and I can hear him lightly snoring. So, as soon as I came home, he was over here, and he came up to me and started barking, saying, "Let me up there." So, put him up in the chair with me, and he's all happy and content as can be. Okay, what's the next color that we want to do? We don't have that many 4s, and that is an AB, so we might as well get those done and over with. Y'all know me with my love-hate relationship with the ABs. They drive me up the wall placing them, but it has gotten a lot better since I have the twist and pick pens now. So much better since I have these pens. I don't have to worry about pulling my wax out, and even I would try to use putty and it would do the same thing with the putty. And Diamond Art Club used to be the worst for that. I could normally manage the Dreamer Designs and some of the other ones, But the Diamond Art Club ones, it did not matter if I placed an AB, I was going to pull my wax out of it. So it was either use tweezers, and then they came out with the E-pens, which helped a lot. And I do like my E-pens. In fact, I want to get the new Artdot one, the one with the purple kitty. The purple one with the kitty on it, to see if it is any better. Let me get these two out, and I will show you. This one is actually my favorite E-pen. It doesn't look like much, but it's got the removable tip on it that you can change out, and I think that is the main reason that I like it so much. It is cordless. You just charge it up. And it's been a while since I have charged this one, but it's still running. So it works really well. I like this particular E-pen. Now this is my Artdot one. I love the shape of it. I love the way it works. Same thing with this. It still works pretty good. But right here on the tip, the more I'm afraid to use it so much because of this. I have barely used this, and you can already see the wear and tear on the tip of it. And that particular pen, you cannot change out the tip on. Supposedly, they supposedly made some improvements to the new one so that it is a better tip and it's not so easy to scuff up. I don't know how you would say that. But I do want to try that one out. It'll just be a little bit before I can order it because this last few months and stuff, I've went a little bit crazy on the spending, so I've got to cut it way, way back. Okay, so let's do S's now. And I just noticed a bunch of 310s that I missed. That figures, doesn't it? Of course, I would definitely miss them. And that is okay. We will get back to those here in a little bit. Maybe even after I do this color with the S's. I always miss something somewhere. Always. But whenever I go back to pick up Joshua today, I'm going to go to Walmart and pick up the stuff for chili. And here in a few minutes, I gotta go in there and take the hamburger meat out of the refrigerator so it'll finish defrosting a little bit quicker. Even if it doesn't get completely defrosted, if it at least gets enough that I can cut through it and chunk it up, I can finish defrosting it while I'm cooking it. Because I'll have to cook that and the onions and the minced garlic all together, and then the rest of the stuff is basically just dump it in, let it simmer, and you're good to go. Chili is, or at least the one that I make, is really easy to make. For me, anyway. Okay, what? I think I'm going to do this upside down L. If I can find it. Takes me a while to get used to where all of the drills are. And I'm trying not to push up any of these other cover sheets. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but down here at the bottom, there was like maybe an inch or less that wasn't going to be covered up by my cover sheet. So I had a homemade one that I had printed off and hadn't cut up yet. So I cut it into strips, and once I get like 40, we will work on the one that's below it. We'll take that little strip off as well and complete that while we're at it. So I didn't put numbers on those little itty bitty ones like that. It'll just go along with the number that's already there. This is going to be a cute little dragling. I don't think I have ever seen this dragling before. I know that there is other draglings besides the main two, but they're not in all of the paintings. So, and last time that Granny did a Spangler unboxing, or one of the ones that she did the Spangler unboxing, she kind of told the story about what the marbles meant in the pictures. I don't know if there's any in this one. I don't think there is. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't see any marbles in this one, but we're working on... Which one are we working on? This one right here, I believe. Yeah, because it's got the blue on the wing. I don't even know if y'all can see that in the camera. You can. See this blue right here in the wing? This is the one that we're working on right now. I can't wait till I get to work on some of the purple one. I love the purple dragons. But yeah, the size of this painting is 96.7 centimeters by 50.7 centimeters. It has 3 ABs, I believe. No, 4 ABs. And 59 colors altogether. And I forgot to say this, and I've got to say this. This was a gift from Julie S. She sent this to me a while back, and I just hadn't got to do it yet. So I'm kind of glad that this one was chosen as the one to do this time around. She also sent me a Randall Spangler mystery painting. But I've got 2 mystery paintings that I have started and have not finished yet. In fact, I might bring one of those in here and work on it as well. I don't want to do those during the lives because I want y'all to be able to decide whether or not y'all want to see it or not. And in the lives, it's a little hard to do that. So unless I have a live that's specifically for mystery paintings, I probably will not work on those on camera so that it doesn't ruin the surprise for some people who haven't completed theirs yet. But I cannot wait to start working on that mystery painting. I've done 1 Randall Spangler mystery painting. Just one. It's the only one that I had. It was I think it was Winter is what it was called. And it had like I'm not going to say that. We're not going to say what it is. But anyway, I did 1 mystery painting that was the Winter one as far as Randall Spangler. I think that there is actually 1 more. And Sheena Pack actually had another mystery painting come out this last weekend, and I was going to order it. Then I decided not to, and then I told myself if it's still there after I've thought about it, I will go ahead and order it. Well, it wasn't still there, so that tells me that I did not need it. Kind of glad I didn't order it just yet because I am waiting on the bookstore. I want that bookstore. That is the one that's definitely on my wish list to get. And as soon as it restocks, I will hit the buy button on that one. That one and Home is Where the Magic Is, I think is what it's called. It's the Randall Spangler. It's another one of the castles or houses. And that is one of the other ones that I want to get. And then I'm really thinking hard about getting the haunted house one that's up there right now, the Halloween one. And I keep talking myself out of that one because being my luck, I will spend my money on that one, and then next week they'll release the ones that I want even more. I do want that one. Don't get me wrong. I do want that canvas, but I want the other two houses even more. So, and if they continue to release the ones of these houses and stuff, there is probably going to be more. Like one of them was the inn, one of them is the bookstore. Maybe they'll release like a coffee shop or something. And if they do, I will definitely want the coffee shop one too. Oops, almost pulled my warmer off of there. I did go and get me a second cup of coffee, but I only filled it half full, so. For some reason, I am freezing today, and I know it's not that cold in my house. But I'm surprised Joshua didn't say anything on the way up to taking him to work because I had on the heater. And it really is not that cold outside right now, but I am freezing. In fact, as soon as I'm done with this whip and chat, I might go in there and get my electric blanket and wrap it around me while I'm doing the rest of these. Or actually, after this whip and chat, I think that I'm going to edit a Friend Mail Friday video, the one from Miss Bell, and then we'll see if I have any time left after that to do another video. Because I'm trying to record more videos. My issue isn't the recording of a lot of them. It's just getting them posted. Because with some of these, especially that bear one, and one of my camping ones, the one where I'm walking on the hiking trail, I've got to do a voiceover on those because I really didn't talk during that a whole lot. So, and then I'll have to decide if y'all want to look at the sky for a full 2 minutes before y'all actually start getting the trail that I'm walking because the angle of the video is wrong, or if I'm going to cut that part out of the video. Because I was just walking and y'all, it was a beautiful day. Absolutely gorgeous day. But I thought that y'all need to see the sky and the top of the tops of the trees. Because with it in hyperspeed, and y'all just got to see a bunch of that because I recorded the whole hike. I thought, this is going to be good. I'll slow it down in spots and tell y'all what I wanted to tell y'all about that part. But then, I guess the angle of my camera, I wasn't really paying attention to it. So, for the first 2 minutes, it's just a nice picture of the sky as we're walking through the hike. It took me, I guess, around 45 minutes to do that hike. It was only a mile long. But, and it's all combined into about 4 minutes, the whole thing. So, we will see how I manage to get that edited and stuff. I really want to get that one out, but I think today would be best with the friend mail one. And then I've got 2 more unboxings. And I've got a lot of unboxings to do. I'm thinking about just doing shorter unboxings on these Hobby Lobby ones, like just doing one at a time. Showing you little videos of that, and then these smaller canvases, like the diamond dots and the Hobby Lobby ones, might be the ones that I do a start to finish on. I would do something like that on these bigger canvases, but I would never get that video out. I would never get it done and get it out to y'all. So, you know, I probably missed some of these somewhere, but that's okay. We'll get back to it. Okay, what color next? Let's do the F's. No, it's a blue. And I also came home. I would have had plenty of miles if I hadn't came home, but since I came back home, I decided that I'm going to charge my car while I'm waiting on him to get off work. So, we'll do that. This is these blues in this right here all together. It's really pretty, I think. Yeah, this one, I think that this painting will pop once it's done because I love the green scales of the larger dragon. That's what the other square was that I did. I don't think y'all can see that one on the camera. Maybe before I leave, I'll take a picture of it and show you what I've done on it. On the way up to where my son works and on the way back, I was listening to one of the Miss Marple mysteries on YouTube. There's quite a few of those. Nobody had posted anything yet. I watched Northern Sparkle's Whip and Chat this morning. Her mini floral one. Very much enjoyed that chat. And then I watched her unboxing of her St. Patrick's Day canvases. I absolutely loved the little Care Bear one. If you haven't checked out her channel, be sure to go over there and check her out. It's a wonderful channel. Absolutely love it. And then, who else have I watched recently? Of course, I've been watching some of Miss Bell's. I try to go to as many of the lives as I can. Let's see. Let's get this F's right here. Okay, so there's only 2 number 2s down here, so we'll go ahead and get those real quick. It's like a gray aoub. I am using my ForeverYoung trays on this one. I was going to use a different set of trays. I was going to use I believe these over here are the Maxuni trays, but I believe there's only 50 in that container and I needed 60, so we just went with the ForeverYoung. But both of those 2 types of trays, I absolutely love them. They're wonderful trays. Along with the Glotrove, I think that those 3 are my top 3 trays. And then the butterfly trays and the Redtwo trays are close behind that. The other ones that I did while I was on vacation, while I was camping, they are okay. After I got used to them, they're okay. I don't mind them, but the downfall is they are only for round drill paintings. So, for somebody that does round drill paintings all the time, they would be good for you, but since I do squares as well, not as good for me, but they're not bad. I've got plenty of sets of trays to kit up in, so having one that is strictly round drills isn't too bad. But am I going to buy them again? No, probably not. They are okay. They're easier to open than the Artdot lidded trays were before. But I've heard that they have done some improvements on those, and I haven't bought any of the new ones, so I could not tell you for sure on those. Let's see. Got quite a bit of these peas right here to do. I don't even know how long I've been chatting here. It's 12:48. We're almost at an hour. A little bit less than an hour right now, so I'll probably go ahead and make this to the hour point, and then I'll go ahead and let y'all go, which is about 15 more minutes. I went and saw my mom yesterday, and I'm glad that I did my whip and chat before that, because yesterday was not one of her best days as far as her mind. Sometimes I'll go in there and she knows exactly who I am, and then other times she doesn't. And yesterday, I think she knew I was familiar, but she didn't quite know how. It might have dawned on her later as I was there. I brought her some ice cream because last time, whenever I was there, she wanted me to get her some ice cream this time. So I did, and I knew that it was going to happen, but it's okay. I got her a little cup of ice cream, and she ate like 4 or 5 bites out of it, and then she was done. Let's go ahead and get the lowercase in. She did get a new roommate, which I am so happy for, because her old roommate, sometimes I would try to go down there while she was not in the room. Not because there was anything wrong with her, It's just, she would grind her teeth all the time. And that really, really got on my nerves, but we didn't ask for her roommate to be changed or anything. I don't know what happened there, but so now whenever I go down to see her, I can actually visit with her. I know I'm not being mean. That was just something that she did, and I was nice to her. I didn't say anything to her roommate or anything like that, because I know they can't really help it, but in fact, I think her roommate that she's got now, I'm pretty sure that I know her, and it's somebody that my mom used to know. So maybe that will be good for her. Maybe they can talk and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see. What else is there to talk about? I do not know what else to talk about. I know that there are some other videos that I want to make. I've got planned out some of the budget paintings that I am going to do this year. I picked out like 12 of them. Hopefully I can get more than that done. But I think I picked out like 12 to do, and I want to make that video and show y'all which ones of those that that's going to be coming up during this year. And what I may do on some of them is just use like these cover sheets on there. And then after I do the video showing y'all which ones I plan on doing, letting y'all kind of guess which one it is, square by square, without exactly telling until we get more of them done, because of course I'm going to do the random squares. I love doing paintings this way. I love picking the random squares, and I really love these. Now, if I would have thought about it, I thought there was going to be more squares than 50 on this. But I have a deck of cards that I have actually put a sticker on there and numbered them 1 through 52. I could have used those and just picked a card, kind of shuffled them up, and then picked a card for each one that I wanted to do. But I didn't. I made the little chips, so we'll see about maybe doing that with some of the budget ones, or maybe on the next one that I do, using the cards to do it with. I don't think I have shown y'all the tops. Hold on. Let me see if I've got that pack of cards over here. I know I put them somewhere. I thought that it was so neat because I found these playing cards at Five Below. They say Gem on them, and it's 52 playing cards, and I'll show you what I did. I got several sets of these because they were only $1 each, so I'll probably end up putting these if I send something out to somebody. I'll probably put a pack of these in there because a lot of people make those APC cards. I cannot, art playing cards, something like that. I don't know what it stands for. But they're just cards that you decorate and stuff. And a lot of people are doing that. I don't necessarily do it, but this is what I did with these. Let me stand up so I can kind of show you. I put this number on each of these. But you can still use them as regular playing cards. That number isn't going to make any difference if you wanted to. I probably never will because I've got several sets of playing cards. But if I would have used these, I could have just, while I was working on them, just spread them out on the canvas and then picked one. Like that would have been 26. But I forgot about them, and I kind of enjoy the way that I'm doing it now too anyway. And maybe this would be good for like smaller canvases. I could pick out like 5 of the cards. Or not 5, like 12 of the cards, because most of the budget ones are smaller canvases. And then as I drew the numbers that I was going to do, I could put them back in the pack so they didn't get lost. And whatever card numbers I drew out of here to put on the canvas, it wouldn't necessarily be 1 through 12. I could number them in whichever ones that I took out. I know that probably does not make any sense at all. But I guess I'm just rambling now. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. I'm not sure when this will be posted, but like I said, it's March 13th today. This month is flying by. So if you don't mind, hit that thumbs up button if you like what you saw. Subscribe, comment below, let me know what's going on in your life today. And just a little bit of a reminder, I go live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time. Okay, you know what? I think I just placed some of these on the wrong drills. It's okay though. I'm not gonna worry about it unless I just completely miss those black ones over there again. It's okay. It's not gonna hurt anything. Okay, everyone, I will see you later. Everyone take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.